Hey yo, what's up everyone? Back with another video. I came to address a bit of a problem. This isn't about the overhaul. I've actually been quite liking the overhaul. Uh, gotta, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, there we go. It's a lot quieter now. Cool. Before we start, I just want to say that this Ultra Instinct look is fucking amazing for my character. I fucking love it. Apart from that, I'd like to address a bit of a problem. Twist the roleplays. Now, before the overhaul came around, I was the first one to suggest there being a YouTube section for my people. After that, well, we had a YouTube section, and my first ever video was talking about how to roleplay properly. This video addressed many of the problems that existed. Like, for example, being able to roleplay properly. For example, one person does something kind of like talking. Like, the other person proceeds was also a... Shit. Not starting off very well. But anyhow, you get what I'm saying, though. Correct punctuation. You put the little thing right there to indicate that you're talking before or after, so long as you do that. There's all this simple stuff. But ever since the overhaul, I feel like the people don't really do that anymore, you know? People don't roleplay. Like, here's the difference between this game and Successors. Back in Successors, it was almost a guarantee that you were going to be able to get into a roleplay as soon as you got into it. Meanwhile, in this game, it's so much different because whenever you go into a roleplay, no one is roleplaying. You find a bunch of people at the spawn, testing all the little attacks, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. The people don't understand. I guess it's that they don't understand either that people are not that smart enough to understand this because most of the people who sit there and do this are a bunch of fucking 10-year-olds. They're not going to figure out, oh, you need to go into a group to be able to use most of the abilities, and they're not even going to understand what most of the abilities even do. It's like you're sitting there throwing a bunch of stuff at them like it's fucking Shinobi Life. There's so much stuff you have to take into account. And it's ridiculous. Back in Successors, you were just able to shoot a few blasts. People actually roleplayed their attack. Because of this whole group system thing, and allowing certain abilities like Embodied Light to be able to attack people, people don't even roleplay anymore. They roleplay through actions. And I'm not talking about like talking actions. Watch, let me give you an example. Let me make a group. Here's my little thing. RP. This is the code. This is something else earlier. Let's get Cal again. Put him in the group. Boom, he's in the group now. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Come over here. Some people would be sitting there fighting. There was a tournament I just sat there and was in earlier. When I sat there and called out some guy being a permanent fusion, bastard was sitting there trying to tell me off and shit. Fucking, they would sit there, the guy would sit there and say go. There was this guy who was posing as Jiren, the man talked like he was just fucking talking to a person normally in a fucking game, and it was ridiculous. He would just sit there, most people just would be like this. And it would act like, oh, I attacked you. You didn't roleplay your action at all. Like, what? I sat there and didn't even let that shit kind of slide. I would sit there and tell him, hey, yo, roleplay your action, dude. Most people wouldn't even sit there and do that. And what's funny is that Gold, I don't feel like Gold is taking this very seriously. Like, he's put in all this work to create all this great stuff, but I don't feel like he's taking it very seriously. Look at all this hard work. I heard somewhere that he himself alone sat there and made all this. And if that's the case, scripting all of these, getting an entire system together like that, all the teleports and all that, all the places, multiple different maps, is amazing. But I feel like, one, he could have put a bit more work into it, and two, he could have made it a lot more simple. Successors wasn't really that big. And I don't mean big as in like popularity. No, as a matter of fact, it was one of the most popular roleplay games. Dare I say, more popular than ATF. If ATF shut down, a lot of people would probably be relieved that the future role players won't be fucking paragraph spammers. But when Successors died, everyone throughout all of the role plays, it felt like everyone just fucking died inside. Listen, this is gonna sound like over-the-top bullshit, but look. Oh shit. Successors was the beating heart of roleplays. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Why do I say that? Let's take a look. Back in Successors, whenever you joined a game, it was almost a guarantee that you were going to be able to rope those people. People actually put work into their bio. They made good backstories. All of the fighting and all that was completely, perfect. They would say their actions properly, say their words properly. It was a nice, mellow way to be able to talk to people. And back then, before I even found Devil Artemis, link in the description below, I was Devil Artemis, before Devil Artemis. I would sit there and roast the fuck out of people. And if they tried to fight me, I would then proceed to beat the hell out of them. There was nothing they could do. Once in a while, yeah, I had a bad day. Once in a while, yeah, I probably got my butt beat. I don't really remember, though, because it was very rarely. This one guy tried to fucking freeze me with, like, red crystals or some shit. He does one little thing, and then just says, nah, I'm not gonna fight you. Like, what, are you fucking serious? Man sat there and said he was gonna kick my ass, didn't even do it. It was bullshit. Doesn't matter, that was like years ago. God. But anywho, after everything sat there, after they sat there, and virtually, after Kai killed off Successors and took it off of Roblox, I saw a drastic fucking change throughout all of the roleplays. More specifically, in Dragon Ball roleplays. Nope. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on. There we go. Had to turn off all the sound because apparently the sound of people teleporting and fighting was being amplified through all my alts. Also, by the way, I have all 5 of them on, including my main right here, Cell. As you can see, my little group is here, and it's looking fucking amazing. There's just a random person. But anywho, Successors was the beating heart of roleplays. I don't feel like ATF, because ATF and Successors had 2 completely different types of roleplayers and roleplaying, and just systems in general, that made each of them perfect in their own aspect. For people who always wanted to be on their toes, like it was fucking Rogue Lineage, which makes no sense at all. Why the fuck would you want to do that to yourself? ATF is your game. In ATF, it's almost like literal survival. You walk around trying not to fucking die. And it's kind of crazy to think that people actually go about their days trying not to fucking die in that game and actually succeed. It's ridiculous. And in that game, it's like you either spam kill your opponent or you just die. Even though in the game, it doesn't even fucking matter. You could just void your death, and then the next day you could just pop up and just be like, hey, yo, I'm back. It wouldn't even fucking matter. It's not like people are keeping track, and if they are, that's kind of stupid. Shit. As a matter of fact, I used to play these, I still do actually, play these permadeath roleplays. If you die, you die. And that just sucks. But other than that, it's pretty good. I actually like how it works because it almost reminds me of Successors. and it was really fun. People roleplay properly. It was like those games are kind of like ATF and Successor mixed. And as much as I don't like it, because I feel like, oh wait, did they add an ice biome? Oh sweet. Oh, thank you, Gold. Very cool. Anyway, what was I saying again? Shit. I feel like putting an ATF aspect to any Successor type roleplay games just ruins it entirely, because it's two completely different types of role playing merged together, and it just creates a hot, steamy mess. Like, depending on what you're role playing about, Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball, whatever, that you end up coming with something either really bad or really good. Something that you can keep a story going, or something that's just gonna die. Like, for example, the roleplay games are made by Way Past Curfew. They're kind of like not even devved by him. No one really likes Curfew in these fucking in the games anyway. But the supposable they're Curfew's games, I guess. I don't know. We're thinking about cutting off from him anyway because he's kind of a dick to everyone. Always tries to power play himself too high because he's the boss, even though he's really not. But anywho, we're not talking about that. Let me just talk about something for a second. Because I'm talking about that ATF and Successor have two completely different types of role-playing, and most people would probably argue that they don't. Let me explain why they do. In Successor, you go into the game. Everyone's kind of mellow, or at least most of them are mellow. You can talk, chat, have some fun. There wasn't really that much fighting that there was talking. Because it's sort of like... Let me give you a very stupid example. Hardcore porn versus softcore. I know that sounds stupid, but hear me out. ATF, hardcore. Successors, softcore. Successor, you just go in there, everything's nice, everything's beautiful, sunshine, rainbows. Sometimes there's some fighting, but the fighting's actually fun, and it's equal on both ends. ATF, hardcore as fuck. You have to be on your toes all the fucking time. There's a chance that you could probably get yourself killed, jumped, fucking just stabbed in the back, spy TF2 style. It's fucking ridiculous. But for some reason, hundreds of people flock to that game and just throw their money at the creators. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the stuff that they have is the most pay-to-win roleplay shit ever. Have you ever seen a pay-to-win roleplay? No? Well, go look at ATF. That's basically that. Congratulations, you've seen your first fucking pay-to-win roleplay game. Because in order to get stronger shit, or just to basically do a lot of things in there, you have to fucking buy it. And that's just retarded as fuck. In this game, kind of getting power, such as Ultra Instinct, is very simple. You just spend 150 Robux, not that much. I fucking spent $300 on One Piece Legend. Don't know why I did that. But yeah, that's basically that. But yeah, that's basically the difference between ATF and Successors. And when Successor died, the only types of role-playing that there was ATF. So everyone started flocking more to ATF. Good job, Kai. But I would call Successor more of a beating heart of roleplays than ATF. Like, if ATF died, it would be almost like what happened when if TikTok died. For example, here's the thing. TikTok, I'm not sure what name it used to go by, but it went by a completely different name. It ended up dying and then becoming known as TikTok. But here's the thing. Whatever it used to be, everyone was kind of scared because when it died, everyone was relieved that it died. It was finally gone. The cringe was over. Its reign of terror was finally finished. But here's the thing. They were going to end up probably flocking to YouTube and ruining YouTube forever. Like, people don't want those people going over there to them. But that's when someone got that thing and created TikTok and saved all the other social media platforms. And it was beautiful. Because now we don't have to feel their reign. TikTok can have them all. It has now been reformed. It's just as cringy, just as stupid, and they found, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure on the news they sat there and said that the Chinese were using it to gather our information, which is not cool. Not cool, China. Come on now. But anywho, that's basically that. So if ATF dies, no, everyone doesn't like ATF paragraph spammers. But if ATF were to die, then, you know, they would all go to every other roleplay game, including this one. Now, as much as I would like to see proper roleplayers playing in games like these, for them to sit there and just spam kill someone would be so fucking annoying. I am a Successor veteran. I was there when it lived. I was there when it died. I was there throughout the entire thing, and was one of the best goddamn bio androids out there. C2. That's why I wish back then I had like an editing, like just a recording software to sit there and record some of the things, because I would have made old videos of it. I would have kept fucking, memories of the thing. Possibly as reference for if I wanted to make a game. Hell, I would sit there and remake Kai's game, if I could. Probably get someone to do simple scripting, and I'd sit there and pay him a couple $100 Robux for that, I could probably do the building. The buildings were not that difficult. As a matter of fact, I could probably go to YouTube right now, look up old Successor videos, use them as reference, and remake the entire game. Because if Kai isn't going to sit there and put it up, I will just remake a game like that and just let it sit, Just make it. Probably don't even put any game passes onto it. Probably just let anyone do whatever, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like that's a good idea. Probably make a game pass, because I feel like just giving anyone God Essence just seems like a bad idea. I feel like anyone who has the brains to be able to buy the game pass for, other forms should do that. And it was funny how they did it too, because you'd had to sit there and go to this thing, like, there was a group of all the other races that were in, like, the dead area, the dead realm, and if you went to one of the towers, there was this group of people that were sitting around, and they were like, oh man, we're sick and tired of these Saiyans always sitting there kicking our butts. This is getting ridiculous, yada yada yada. Then one of them mentioned a ritual. You do the ritual, you get God power, boom, easy, done. And it was kind of funny. It was because then the guy was like, "All right, now let's go get him," and I was like, "Yeah." And so I had that power, and that's why I became even stronger then. But in this, it's like no one even uses Ultra Instinct forms, let alone even cares for them. And it's kind of ridiculous. Like, some do, but it's like it doesn't even matter. You'll never even get that far in the roleplay anyways to even do much of anything. Most of the time, people don't even roleplay their attacks. Most of the attacks are very inconsistent and just dumb and dull. And it's starting to really upset me. The more I begin to play this, it's just depressing. Like, the fact that I thought that I could finally roleplay in a Dragon Ball Successor-like game again, finally, and then get cucked over by everything that has been going on is just sad. To say the fucking least, too. Kai, if you're watching this, bring back Successor. We're dying out here. Successor was a game that you can go to and have fun role-playing in. But playing this, it's like it's a Successor bootleg. No one ever roleplays correctly, and I feel like I'm the only one who does. I'm not picky. I mean, I am. But most of the time, I could sit there and stand for some people having a few things off here and there. Their bio a little off, probably, I don't know, not that glamorous. It's like, okay, that could work, I guess. Character kind of has a very shit color scheme and it's all over the place. I mean, it's like if they use other things to sit there and roleplay their actions and all that, it's like that works. It's not that much of a problem. You could sit there and do that. But just not doing anything, not roleplaying your attacks, having shit everything, not talking in the correct manner as one should in a roleplay that has been around literally everywhere. It is an unwritten rule of roleplaying. In one of my other videos, I was talking about there was a person who I guess got mad at me, and he gave me my first hate comment, and I was so happy because I was like, wow, look at this idiot. It wasn't even about anything that he was correct about. The man was just being dumb. And I'm glad I got one of those hate comments. Because if I got one where I'm the idiot, I would have been like, oh, shit. That's not good. That's not good. No. Oh, shit. Fuck. But anyways, I sat there, and he was talking about how to be a professional, you need at least a decade of experience. One, that's stupid. And then he's sitting there talking about how there is no correct way to roleplay. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. There is a unwritten rule of roleplaying. And if you do not follow this rule, people will either not take you correctly, not correctly, will not take you seriously, or will just, you'll end up ruining the roleplay, and you'll make it look fucking stupid. This is why I've came up with a whole new way to sit there and mark down how good or bad people are. And only like 30 or so people watch my videos anyway, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, more people should probably try to go to the Discord, because I've tried to find a lot of people and to talk to them in the Discord. They're not even here. Like, hold up. Where's my fucking thing at? Let me check something. Here is the Discord. Look at all these hundreds of people that exist in here. What group is this? Low class warriors, I guess. Then there's members. So all the low class warriors, the medium, mid class warriors, mini chads, yada yada yada. All that stuff goes over to everyone else, and you see just the rain of people pouring down. See all this? These are all these people who sat there and joined the Discord after joining the game. And where the fuck are they in the game? Exactly. Why do I never find any of these people ever? Why is it whenever I fucking go into a game, I fucking find some, let's see, some fucking 10-year-old who does shit like this? People who sit there and are a fucking Goku, or a Vegeta, or whatever the fuck this is. Why is it that I always sit here and find people like this? Come on now. What made you look at this and say, yeah, this is roleplay material? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, dear God. It's ridiculous. Then everyone wants to be either a Goku, Vegeta, or a fucking Broly. And it's really getting to me. Those are people who I like to call BRPers. Because there's lots of different RPers, but the two main ones in this game are BRPers. And that stands, and if you're not a dunce, you could figure it out right off the bat what the B stands for. It stands for bad. Shit. It stands for just terrible. Bad role players. There are bad role players, and then there are G role players. Good role players. There is combative role playing, erotic role playing, fail role playing, and then there's bad role playing and good role playing. If people just abide by the unwritten rule of role playing, then they would be a G RPer. But because they don't, they're a B RPer. And it's just sad to see there are so many of these B RPers everywhere. Also, here's another thing that I just want to just something that's unrelated to the role playing that I just want to complain about. Back in Successors, there was at least 2 houses open to be able to go into and role playing, but there's not a single fucking house around here. Like, for fuck's sake, all these buildings, all those little holes, and you couldn't make homes? Are you fucking kidding me, Gold? Really? Like, are you too busy sitting there trying to make, for some reason, moves for Ultra Instinct, like Embodied Light and Soaring Fist, and, was it Celestial Whirlwind? To not sit there and focus more on normal fucking building? You built an entire ice biome that could have taken me, like, fucking 5 minutes to make, but you build all this, and not put a single house. You don't sit there and worry about that stuff. You don't try to make the game more simple. You just build stupid fucking biomes like that people either A, probably don't even know exist, or B, don't even give a shit about or have any means to roleplay in. So it's just going to sit there, and you've just wasted your time building something pointless. If people do roleplay there, congratulations. But for the majority of it, no, they're not. On the other hand, all you have been doing that I've been seeing, and I don't know if that's you or not, you do this stupid, and if anyone has ever seen him do this, or have seen like a Titan, yes, a Titan, from Attack on Titan, in the fucking game, that's gold. That's fucking gold. Gold, what the fuck are you doing? You're not taking this game very seriously, you know? Like, I appreciate that you made this game. It's fun and all. I love making my characters. But, like, really? It doesn't feel like you're much of a professional. Like, don't get me wrong. I like this game. And for most of the time, I'm the kind of person to sit there and say, no, fuck you, you're doing a bad job. But for you to put this much effort into a game, scripting, building, and all by yourself, is absolutely amazing. And I give credit where credit is due. I don't care who the person is. I don't care what they are. If they're smart or did a good job with something, then I'll sit there and tell them that. But if they're sitting there fucking up like what Gold is doing, then no, I'm going to sit there and tell them off. It's fucking ridiculous to think about this. And then what the fuck is this thing? Wait. Oh, this is supposed to be Boo's home, isn't it? What the fuck? This is Boo's home. Are you kidding me? No, you know what? No, you know what? I'm done with this shit. No, you know what? Gold, you did a terrible fucking job in this game. I hate you. Holy shit. You made it too difficult for smooth-brained 10-year-olds to figure it out. You've just sat there and spawned a bunch of BRPers who don't even sit there and do much of anything. You didn't take enough time and effort to sit there and actually look in through your own overhaul to notice all the little mistakes and all the stuff you fucked up on. God damn you, man. God damn you. But yeah, I just wanted to come here and just vent about all this shit because this is ridiculous. I can't go into a single game without finding like 3 or 4 people that keep fucking up. Look, 3 people in one day. Hold up, where are my stuff? Where's all the people that sat there and found out? On one hand, Black Coffee sat there and act like he was a permanent fusion between a mutant character and a Kai. Now, first of all, are you serious, dude? That's the most unoriginal shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I'm fused with a Kai. What kind of power playing bullshit? What the fuck? Like, really? Second off, he was trying to be a permanent fusion. And he tried to pull the argument, oh, well, Zamasu was a permanent fusion. It's like, dude, they were not a permanent fusion, first of all. If they took off the earring, then it would fucking turn them back to normal. This person was trying to say that they were just, fused. Oh, look, it's this place. I haven't seen this place in a long while. And for some reason, the fucking basement is still glowing. What the fuck? The bathroom's still here. I haven't seen this home in forever. Unfortunately, no one ever uses it. You want to know why? Because not only is it too far for anyone to even care, but it's just really. I remember even having role plays here. Me and my boys would just sit there and land, talk, do a few things, yada yada yada. Whatever, man. It doesn't even matter anymore. I came here to roleplay and have some fun, and this is what I get. Kai getting rid of the game has stopped the beating heart of roleplays, because all the roleplayers that were actually good don't roleplay anymore. Either that, or they're just wandering around the world of Roblox trying to find something. Because here's the thing, I saw a drastic change in people who played the game. When I first saw the overhaul, there was 1,700 people playing, almost 2,000 people, and I was almost damn near impressed. Because do you know how hard it is to get that many people to play a fucking roleplay game? I would see shit out of like a fucking more combative Naruto game. Or some sort of other stupid thing. But no, they got it out of this. And that was amazing. But the reason why it jumped from fucking 1,700 people to like 394 people. Now note, this is at night. The amount of people who were playing in the morning is a lot more. But it only goes up to about 500 to 600 people. If it's a good day, 700. Or if it's an update day, 700. Other than that, there's nothing much. The game gets less people playing at night than ATF does. And ATF is slowly dying themselves. There used to be so many more people role-playing in the daytime than there are now. And I feel like all the roleplay games are just slowly dying because their beating heart is gone. Someone even tried to make a new game, Dragon Ball Resurrection, which was the most garbage fucking recreation of successors I have ever seen. And I am just... what the fuck? God damn it. And then whatever the hell that is just keeps happening. Like, why? Are you fucking serious? I'm in the middle of flying and you're just going to kill me. What about my other boys? Oh, they were disconnected for after 20 minutes, but whatever. Let's just... boop, 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 boop. There. But this game is just broken. It sucks. There's not that much to it. He built all this, and there's nowhere to roleplay. And that's very ironic. You build this giant map, put all these places there, all the trees that look amazing, all the buildings in an entire city, multiple biomes, and yet there is nowhere to roleplay. Ain't that ironic? Like, needless to say, he's roleplaying. He's not roleplaying, building by himself. So I understand where he's coming from with this. At the same time, you could have added more, dude, if you spent all that time on all this. The most I could have done is a small city like Successors was. Like, Successors wasn't that big. Allow me to show you the size comparison of Successors then to something like this. When you spawn, the spawn area was about the size of this little block right here. And in the distance, too. You would spawn in, and there would be a small place, like the size of this arena area, would be about the size of the arena in Successors. As a matter of fact, it kind of does look like it as well. Just a little stretched out a little bit more. From there, you went a little bit more that way. Actually, the arena island was like its own little place. So it was like from right there, over here, up, like right about there, like that little place. You'd go over there, there'd be quite a big island, stretching from, say, right over there, cut off, like that, give or take. It was a lot. It was like not even a quarter size, like 1/8, I'd say, the size of this entire place. Maybe 1/10 the size. I don't know how small or big it was. It's been a long time. But it was a lot smaller than all this. Some of the things like Kami's Lookout and all that weren't that good. And needless to say, the fucking lookout here was fucking terrible, but no one ever used it anyway. I use this, as a matter of fact. And I kind of want to talk about a few things with that stuff, because no one really tries to gain ground. Like, let me give an example. Cell alone owns his arena. Well, not his arena, but the arena, because he's a Cell, and that would make sense that he would want the arena after the old idiot died. The lab is also his, but it's more of the Quasar Army's arena. Oh, god damn it. Stupid spawn won't work. But it's more of his organization's lab as well. As well as this lookout right here belongs to us as well. 1, no one uses it. 2, I don't care. This is our communication device from the other world to that, and these are our teleporters. I don't know what any of this stuff was used for originally. I didn't sit there and binge watch Dragon Ball. I just sat there and saw a few things. I didn't watch the beginning of it, like a lot of others did. But anyways, Gold, if you need help building some places, I will build you some places. And you could probably replace them for the yellow houses that are just stacked around everywhere. Because that was about the size of the houses in Successor. And I will gladly sit there and help you with that. Possibly even... No, I was about to say make a teleporter, but no, that'd be a bad idea. Just make them actual homes. The other places... I don't know, I could probably make a restaurant or two. Make some actual stuff that people could use to roleplay. And then probably even give ideas on how to make the game a lot more simple. You know? Like, I understand, I appreciate how much work you've put into all this. But let's take this seriously for a moment. I don't know exactly what you're going through in your final days of 2020, but the rest of us aren't doing good, especially when you make a game like this. So you could do a lot better, man. You did all this by yourself, and I applaud you, and we believe in you. You could do a lot better, and I will gladly help you. I've tried DMing you. That doesn't seem to work. Well, I mean, it worked once when I asked for some help, but you redirected me to someone else. For literally the easiest stuff, you could have just asked me to explain to you the stuff, because it was essentially supposed to be like a role-playing school. And I actually have a Discord for it now. So now I can put that in the description as well. And, you know, you guys can join. It could be sort of like a schooling for if people don't know how to roleplay. So if you see this and are interested, you can help me out. If you already know how to roleplay properly, you know? If you don't, but you know someone who doesn't know how to roleplay properly, just mention my channel. Or just mention my Discord, I guess. Send them over. You know, I'll sit there and help them out. Teach them a few things. It's not really that difficult, so it wouldn't really take that long. But we can go about it for like a long period of time. And that could help a lot of people out. And I'll try my best as well to probably promote my Discord as well. But other than that, I guess, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to vent about. The map needs a little bit more. It needs to look a lot more like Successors. Kai, if you're seeing this, please, for the love of God, bring back Successor. We're dying out here, man. We're dying. But yeah, just, I'll be posting a few links in the description. I need to go to bed now. This is just upsetting me so much. Peace.